Figueiredo is even in, like, I don't think he's proved he even belongs in the questionably great category. What's up, guys? It's the Ginger.
And the Bear.
And guys, there's a flyweight title on the line this weekend, which everybody is so excited for. And you know what? Joey B is going to go to town on a guy's last name who's incredibly hard to pronounce.
Figueiredo.
But we need you to go to town on that like button down below for the algorithm. Did I just almost say go down on the like button down below? Just look it up, I guess. Whatever. Just whatever. If it's your tongue, if it's your finger, hit it.
Anyway.
This one is, it's interesting.
I'm super hyped about it. I know nobody else in the world is hyped about this fight. But I love, and that's a separate video, but I do like this division whenever one of these power punchers in the flyweight division happens. And Figueiredo is a power puncher. And
he doesn't miss weight.
And he does.
Which is big. Lineker?
Yeah.
Lineker, we loved you so much. And you did us every single time.
Yeah,
but Figueiredo
is he has so much power.
He really does.
He did lose, I think, 2 or 3 fights ago against Formiga in a split decision.
It was his 3 fights ago.
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Yeah. Well,
unanimous decision.
Well, you can never trust judges. You can never trust judges.
It is interesting though because I think he's a really interesting and entertaining fighter. Like he is ludicrously fun to watch. He's wild, right?
Yeah.
I just think Joseph Benavidez is a consummate professional who brings an A game. He's so consistent. He has so many fights. And
the only thing Joey B is consistent in is consistently losing title fights.
Against the best of the best of the best. The only guy he's lost to that isn't like a GOAT contender of their division is Sergio Pettis. And that was a split decision. And that was weird. That's the weirdest. That might be the weirdest, most uncharacteristic loss on a guy's record, bar none. Because aside from that, he's only lost to Dominic Cruz, Demetrius Johnson, and Henry Cejudo.
That's fair.
And those, like, that's a Mount Rushmore of the lower weight classes.
My thing is if you're going to fight against a power puncher, you need to not be hittable.
Yeah.
And Joey Benavidez is fucking hittable.
He is very hittable. And his chin has looked somewhat suspect in his last few fights, also, to be fair.
Even when he fought Formiga. It was a tough battle, for sure.
And Joey used to be able to... I don't know if it was a matter of the flyweights maybe didn't have quite the punching technique that they do now, so they weren't generating as much power. So maybe his chin stayed the same, but he definitely seems like he gets wobbled quite a lot more now. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if that's his chin. I don't know if that's just the level of striking in flyweight has increased.
Yeah.
But... that's what does worry me. But I think that Benavidez will be able to execute a good game plan, a wrestling-centric game plan, and a cautious game plan, and work towards a decision. Now, Figueiredo does have really good submissions as well.
Yeah, he's great on the ground.
I'm pretty sure he's like a jiu-jitsu-based fighter, actually.
Yes, he is.
And he beat Tim Elliott. Tim Elliott's such a weird, like... He's a random number generator of a fighter too, though. Like, you never know. He could be the best or the worst fighter in the division any given night. But
the reason why I think Figueiredo is going to win is the fact that he has power. Benavidez is hittable. I know Benavidez does have power as well. But technically, Figueiredo just looks better than him. And also, if Benavidez is going to try wrestling... I mean,
the submission
is there.
But Joey's got really, really good submission defense and submissions himself. Like, he is a really good grappler, top and bottom. He is stiffer than I want to call him Formiga every time. Figueiredo, he is way stiffer. Mm-hmm. I just don't think he's going to be able to get it done, man. The difference to me is, like, Figueiredo doesn't have, like, layers of offense. He's a power puncher.
Sure.
He doesn't set stuff up particularly well.
That's fair.
It's big motions. It's not like a really great, like, chambered right that comes out like a piston. It's like Lineker. You know what I mean? And Benavidez has had so many camps. He is a technically strong, coachable fighter who can execute a game plan.
That's fair.
And I think it's like... kind of Wilder Fury, what we were talking about before everybody knew that Fury was going to knock him out. It's like a guy who could one-shot him. It's like Benavidez, I think, has to be nearly perfect the whole fight.
But Benavidez is not a Tyson Fury. He's not the savant, right? The Dominic Cruz.
But he's good. That's the thing. Like he's not elite, but he is good. Like he's in that good to great spot.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Figueiredo is even in. Like I don't think he's proved he even belongs in the questionably great category. Like when you look at his wins and you look at his resumes, it's like, okay, those are pretty good.
Yeah.
But then you look at Benavidez' resume and you look at his wins, you're like, oh wow, like you are really, really good.
To be fair, Benavidez has been doing this since like
forever.
2006.
Forever, right. But I'm just saying, like, Figueiredo hasn't shown that he's there yet.
That's fair.
And he lost to Formiga, who I think is another, like, technically good game plan based fighter. So that's why I just think Benavidez is going to be able to get it done. I don't think Figueiredo brings enough to the table. But to your point, I wouldn't be surprised if he is able to clatter him or catch a submission in transition.
Yeah, I mean, and that's he likes doing those darces when he gets taken down.
Yeah,
he's really good at
really good.
Not as good as Ferguson or somebody like that, but he's still really good.
Just
with
chokes
it.
in general.
Yeah, and he's really good at that shit. And again, like Benavidez, I would have totally been on Benavidez' side if the fact he didn't get hit so much. In the Formiga fight, and I know he KO'd Formiga, but man, it was
hard.
It was a hard fought fight for sure.
And on top of that, to your point too, he has been in 4 title shots.
Yes.
And he's 0 for 4 in title shots.
Yes.
But I also think this is by far his most winnable opponent he's ever had.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, man. It doesn't feel like it's a title fight.
I feel like it's a title. But that's because I like Figueiredo.
We will break it down. We're going to talk about the flyweight division, all that kind of stuff.
We're going to be talking about the knockout that, Benavidez is going to receive by Figueiredo.
Make sure you guys subscribe and notifications on daily MMA videos. Ginger.
And the Bear.
And we're out.